Enar implosion.
You fucking...
Yeah,
Anyways,
Dead by Daylight
stereotypes.
stereotype. You know what? You know what? Fucking cut here to the fucking TF2 stereotypes theme. Look, it is Trapper, also known as Slugmaster69.
Wraith. You either literally just installed, or you're a fucking demon. There's no in between.
You either literally just installed the game, or you're a fucking demon.
More specifically, a tier whore.
Yeah, you would suck the dick of any killer that is in S tier. Speaking of killers in S tier whose dick you'd suck, I know Nurse doesn't have a dick, but you'd find a way. Yeah, if you main Nurse, I just hate you. You are a terrible person.
Yeah.
But you know, at least nerfing it's very possible to nerf Nurse without hitting every other killer, because Nurse ignores the rules of every other killer.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will talk about that later.
But first...
You are either a former Chucky main who really loves playing a Chucky but tall, or you absolutely despise the rework, and you really wish that they didn't absolutely murder the stock range and remove the stock range modifier, and also shorten the length of Evil Incarnate / Tier 3. Hey, isn't it funny how we just didn't cut anything at all? We didn't cut now. What are you talking about?
Alex, I can't see the fucking screen.
Oh, right, fuck.
Thank you. Now then, continuing...
What do you mean continuing? We didn't stop, we didn't cut. What are you talking about?
Just go to fucking doctor.
Yeah, okay. As a former Doctor main, you are highly sadistic.
Yeah, you don't care if you win or lose, you just want the survivors to suffer. And I respect that.
Yeah, the best thing you know is watching a survivor camp the pallet and not realize that shock therapy disables interactions for 2.5 seconds.
You saw those TikTok ads of Leatherface downing everyone in a single use of the chainsaw and thought, huh, I could do that. You could not.
In the words of Waihi Urpel,
you can't.
That's it. That's the stereotype. The camping the basement hooks thing, it doesn't work anymore. So that's kind of out the window. You're either a fresh install who doesn't know what you're doing, or you're painfully aware that the hitbox of the hatchets is the size of a rather sizable infant, and you abuse the shit out of that at every opportunity. And you also lose a bit of yourself every time that causes the hatchets to break on impact with a wall they were clearly not touching.
Damn, I can't believe they abuse small infants.
Kick the baby!
Child abuse.
1, 2, Freddy. Oh no, that's not Robert Englund. Everybody run. You really wish this was Robert Englund. We all wish this was Robert Englund.
But unfortunately, that motherfucker stopped playing Freddy, so we're stuck with this. Thanks, you fuck.
You are still riding the high of that one buff you got. Don't worry, there'll be about 2 million nerfs before the next one, so don't worry. You can ride the high off of that one buff for quite a while.
Also, Boop the Snoot. There are 2 types of clown players. Either A, you use his full kit, or B, you are high on piss gas and haste, and everybody hates you. Killer mains included.
You're a gooner.
Gooner.
After the palette amount adjustments, you always use the iridescent button.
Also, Susie is your favorite.
Yeah, possibly to a rather concerning degree, considering that Susie is a fucking minor. Yeah. Bet you're clearing your browser history now, huh? I know what you are. I really hope you aren't a gooner for this, I'm gonna be honest.
Please.
Oh, who am I kidding? The term "vommy mommy" didn't come out of nowhere. People goon to this.
I mean, objectively, she's hot. Until she starts vomiting. Then she is not.
And there's also a lot of rot.
Bars.
I
Ghostface. If you are a Ghostface main, you have two modes. Either A, you are friendly. This is very much not the regular. And number two, you are a stealth demon that constantly knows where everybody on the map is, and you enjoy fucking with them almost to the same degree as Doctor.
The epitome of balance. Somehow still low tier simply because of how power crept everything in this goddamn game is.
Realistically, Demogorgon players are like some of the nicest DBD players you will ever meet.
Yeah. Though they are also forced to pay full price because Behavior doesn't dare put this thing on sale at a fare of infuriating daddy Netflix.
There are two types of Oni players. Oni players on console and PC. On console, you are a noble samurai who knows the way of the sword. And on PC, you are a flicking, wackus, bonkus bastard. I play Oni on PC. Done.
There are two ways this can go. It's either an absolute demon who knows that they can knows that this motherfucker has decisive strike. Well, I don't even need to pick your ass up. Or gooners who are very upset that his ass was shrunk down.
Now you know how Snake Mains felt in Smash Ultimate.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around. Oh, hey, look, it's later.
Blight players are the scum of the fucking earth. They know that they are playing the second best killer in the game.
Or the single best killer in the game. It depends on the day.
And they love being the most despised person on the planet. Also, add a Foxy skin for it, Behavior, you fucking cowards.
I feel bad for you. I genuinely feel bad for you. Behavior... If Behavior so much as breathes in the if a single employee at Behavior breathes in the proximity of a PC, a new game-breaking bug appears for Twins. You're a terrible person.
K-pop Demon Hunters joke here.
This is where we should have cheapened here. Nah. But also, I've only ever encountered a few tricksters while playing Survivor, because I barely ever play Survivor, and every time, they are absolute bastards.
Yeah, Trickster is basically just playing Huntress, but on 17 lines of crack and pixie sticks.
Oh boy! Here we have...
You know. You fucking know.
Yeah, this an absolute fucking demon. If you're an artist main, you either just know where everyone on the map is at all times because free long range information, or you're an absolute sniping god who gets free long range damage through collision.
Whatever.
Sadako.
You scare me. Because
Sadako is rather
Sadako
low tier, but you don't care about that. You just want the opportunity for a free Mori. You probably played a lot of Tombstone Myers before the rework.
Yeah.
Also, you've gotten used to the jump scare. It doesn't even scare you anymore.
You once had a traumatic experience where a survivor kept ducking into a locker right next to a gen and you never found them, and you vowed to never let that happen again. Yes, I'm projecting. Shut up.
You will tunnel anyone who plays Chris. That is just a fact.
The Night DBD.
The Night DBD. Hello, ZM Pixie. Good to see you. But to those of you that may night and aren't ZM Pixie, you motherfuckers. You are the reason that survivors fucking hate us. You started this fucking war. You are the smoking gun, and I hate you.
And if you didn't start this war, then you are a simp. Hello, ZM Pixie. It's literally just ZM Pixie. It's literally ZM Pixie and Satan.
I think
Speaking of Satan...
Hi, Pixel Bush.
Yeah. You went from the killer with game-breaking bugs introduced anytime a behavior employee breathes, to the one they just gutted like a fish, and promised that a rework is coming. I think they promised that for 2 years now.
Yeah, it's never coming.
Yeah, Skull Merchant is a lost fucking cause, and if you still main Skull Merchant...
More power to you, honestly.
Yeah, no, more power to you.
Also, why do you keep giving her skins behavior?
Five Nights at Freddy's!
No, I have a bit for that. You wish they added Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but you'll settle for this.
Also, you are probably going to be a massively... that sentence did not pan out the way I was planning it to. What the f... You are really good at playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Whether that's before playing Singularity or after, I don't know. But you are really good at playing Five Nights at Freddy's at this point. You really think the, hey, I'm tunneling joke is, extremely funny.
Also,
just so you know, no one else thinks it's funny.
Also, you probably used the Queen Xenomorph skin solely because they gave it cake. You either really like the Child's Play series, or you just like ignoring palettes.
Yeah, There's also, you know, two ways to know more or less the skill level of a Chucky. If they're
using a Tiffany skin or not.
Yeah, if they're using the Tiffany skin,
run.
Hooray.
You're really happy that they increased the angle you can look upwards.
Tonight, the world at my feet.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you're really happy that they increased the angle you can shoot upwards, so you can hit fat orbitals after, just like Springtrap.
You're not happy about everything else.
Yeah, the pallets are off. Oh yeah, and also you really love jump scaring people. It's not unlikely that one of your favorite playstyles is fake hallucination.
You have ADHD. You couldn't pick between Wesker Pyramid Head or Spirit, so you just decided, fuck it. All of them.
Either that, or you heard his
heavily
menu music
to
and you just went like, yeah, no, I'm this guy.
Yeah.
This guy can confirm.
You were there for the beginning. You have been through bug after bug after bug after bug after bug after snug after bug, and you still stick around. Why? Because you think the dog is cute.
Also, mandatory, what is the dog doing? Oh, coming back to the hand. That is what. Oh, damn.
I just fucking hate you.
This reality, my mentality.
Springtrap, the stereotype depends on your skin. Default Springtrap. Or Matthew Lillard. Really, these two are interchangeable. You are here solely because of FNAF. You got into DBD because they finally added Springtrap, and now that they're here and you're here, you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself aside from throw hatchet and scream at people. If you play Glitch Trap, this reality...
My mentality, everything changes so rapidly. Oh yeah, and also the if you're using Toxic Springtrap or Clown Springtrap, you were a surprisingly big fan of Special Delivery.
Yeah, like, wow.
There's no other reason to use those two other than I really liked them in FNAF AR Special Delivery.
Also, they're cheaper than the alternatives.
Yeah, you might also be a cheapskate who didn't want to spend as much money or all the money on a legendary, but you also didn't want to stick with the default skin, which is endlessly confusing for me. But okay. And the Blight skin, well, we'll see, won't we? Because that shit isn't here yet.
And finally,
I just hate you. Again, I hate you.
You're the worst.
Yeah, you're the worst. You know her bitch ass. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. You know her bitch ass is overpowered as shit. You know about the auto aim on the projectile bounce. You know about all this shit, and you abuse the hell out of everything. Well,
so another.
we all know that. Shut the fuck up, bitch. We all know Behavior's gonna use this bitch as an excuse to nerf Killer in general.
Because there's one universal Killer main fact. Behavior hates us.
Well, they hate Survivor. Honestly, they just hate every player. They don't play the game at all. Let's be real here. They're breaking rule number 1 of game dev.
Yeah. Fuck's sake, even Arjack played it fucking post shit too.